Some injury issues. Did you play in the Florida game last year?
Yes.
How active were you in that game? Oh, that was in your double-digit tackle game?
I think so. I don't remember.
What do you see different in their offense this year from a year ago?
I think they throw the ball a lot better than they did last year. That quarterback, Trask, he put the ball where it needed to be for the receivers to go get it and to be able to make plays.
That's the home game for like Amir Speed and who else? Solomon Kinley. Do they ever talk about it? Going back to Jacksonville to play in this thing or anything?
Yeah, I just saw a lot of people. He don't have a lot of people at the game, so he wants to play well.
Kirby said they've got the complete package on offense. So you guys kind of see the same thing on Bill?
Yeah, they got great receivers. They all fast, and they got three good running backs: Pierce P-Ron and Malik Davis. So they got some good running backs. And
the tight end they've got, kind of what challenges does he pose for the linebacker group specifically?
Just like anybody else, SWAT hook, security tackle, try to knock down the ball. He's a great player. He makes a lot of plays. I think he has the most targets probably in the whole nation for a tight end. That in order for them to win, they'll have to get him the ball. He's able to make plays. So we just want to, play our coverages and do what we're supposed to do.
I'm assuming you guys work on coverage. You practice during the week anyway. Do you do anything different working on that when you're facing a guy like him?
Not that I know of, no.
Is it like covering a wide receiver? I mean, Kirby said he was 50-50 receiver tight end.
Yes, he is definitely a receiver, like more of a receiver than a tight end, but he can make plays. He runs routes like a receiver, and he's fast, and he's like 6'6", like 240, so he's a big dude.
In terms of the makeup of this roster and Florida's roster, what does it say about the rivalry from a recruiting aspect? I mean, there are some guys where you might have seen on official visits who almost came to Georgia, and then guys on Florida, or guys on Georgia almost went to Florida. Just kind of both ways there.
I don't know.
Monty, you happen to see any of the news at the NCAA today about players potentially being able to get paid for their likeness?
I mean, I saw it in California, but I didn't know it was down here.
Yeah, well, it's now it's in the works, but the NCAA as a whole has kind of agreed to it. What are your thoughts on that, and maybe the potential of, like I said, that would open up the possibility of the video game and it would come back? What do you think about that?
Oh, that's great. I've always wanted to play with myself on the video game, but my focus on playing the game and trying to get it done.
How much does this game kind of feel a little bit like last year's Florida game? You guys got a loss in the schedule, but you also, at the same time, know if you take care of business from here on out, you're going to get to where you want to go.
So that again, you went fast on that.
You're good. Maybe this Florida game feel like last year's a little bit. You had a loss on the schedule both years, but if you take care of business from here on out, you got everything still ahead of you.
We just gotta take it one game at a time. This is the next game, so it's the biggest one.
How tough is it waiting, man? I mean, it's been a week off. I mean, is there a lot of eagerness right now? Everybody kind of itching to get out there and play football again?
Yeah, but we've still got 2 more days, or really 3 more days, even on Friday, to prepare, mentally get our calls right.
So is there added significance that this has such a huge bearing on the SEC East? Or?
No, I mean, it's the next game. We're just we want to win them all, obviously, but it's the next game, so it's the big one.
Talked to Swift yesterday. He said that, he takes his linemen out to eat like chicken wings on Thursday night. Do y'all do anything as a unit and get together to eat meals, or anybody bring brownies? Or Kirby said he loves
Oh
brownies.
yeah, Coach Shu, his wife, she cooks some good cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah, I don't know what they call, but I know they cookies. I don't know what, but they good. They good.
Do you guys have put some unbelievable stats up as a defense, but there seems to be some skepticism about who you've played and all that kind of stuff. Is there at any level as a defense wanting to prove yourself against, this team's ranked number 6 and is getting a lot of.
Well, like the first 5-6 games we played, those offenses that we played, they weren't top offenses. But Florida obviously has a good offense. Missouri has a good offense. Auburn has good offense. They all got good offenses down the road. The rest of the games we play, so it's definitely going to be a challenge.
You feel like you guys are good? Are up for it? Or?
Of course. What you want me to say? We not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kirby spoke about the player at Georgia Southern who passed away, and he reached out to him.
Say that again?
So Kirby, he mentioned the player at Georgia Southern who passed away, and he reached out to the coaches there at Georgia Southern. So after that event, I mean, Do you ever think about the importance of mental health or anything like that? Well, like as a college athlete and how important that is.
Yeah, for sure. You know, my cousin that died had mental health, so you know, I know a little bit about that. You know, it sucks. You know, I wish they could, you know, find a way to help that guy at Georgia Southern before all that happened. But you know, you just gotta always believe in God. You know, pray. You know, everything's gonna be okay.
But even from your perspective, I mean, how important is it to have an avenue to get help and like better your mental health when you have that opportunity?
Oh yeah, it's definitely important. You know, obviously playing college football can be like draining, you know, very, you know, stressful. So, you know, it's always important to, you know, have somebody to help you or something you can do or somebody you can talk to help you out and get through it.
I was going to ask you about the edge that you guys seem to have. I mean, you look like you got your business face on. I know you said you have 2 more days of prep, but there's a lot on you with what Florida does and the variety of things they run, right? And where do you say this team's edge is at right now?
What do you mean by edge?
Well, I mean, the guys we've talked to, everybody seems pretty confident, pretty locked in with this backs to the wall playoff game environment.
Oh yeah, me for sure. You know, it's the SEC East, Georgia, Florida game. You know, we all want to win it. You know what I'm saying? Like since I've been here, we haven't lost to them. You know, it's all the last 2 years. You know, this year and last year, it was decided the fact that we was gonna play in Atlanta. So you know, it's always a big game.
Because you're the guy in the middle. I mean, you're the Mike, right? I mean, you're kind of the whole leader of this defense. I mean, what tone do you set?
You know, I just, you know, I'm gonna make the calls, get everybody lined up, and we're gonna go play ball.
Is this offense a little more complicated in terms of what you have to do than other offenses, or how is it different?
I mean, I just think, you know, they got better players than we played so far this year, in my opinion. Especially all over the field, especially at the receiver position, and they all fast and they can make plays. So you know, it's gonna come down to, you know, good pass coverage and, you know, good pass rush and stopping the run.
Do they hide their run pass with the RPOs a lot better than other teams, or similar concept?
It's similar, but you know, it's different still because you know, I don't think we faced the quarterback as good as Trash this year yet, so it's gonna be a good challenge.
As good as him in terms of what does he do?
Just overall, you know, he's like he don't, watching him, he don't make a lot of bonehead mistakes. You know, he's gonna throw the ball where the receiver can catch it, and you know, he's gonna do what he's supposed to do.
Where's your reaction when you heard that Brenton Cox was going to be transferring to Florida?
I thought, dang, dog Cox is going to Florida, but you know, it's still my dog. He got to do what's best for him. At the end of the day, it's his life, not mine.
Have you talked with him at all in the run up to this game?
I talked to him probably about like right after he left a little bit.
You're an Alabama guy, but you mentioned that Georgia hasn't lost to Florida since you've been here. Have you learned about how important that is for folks around here?
I mean, yeah, it's always important because, you know, it's the next game on the schedule and we don't want to lose any of them.